Hello, good morning. Welcome back to Floramancer. We are now at a stack of live streams. This is the 64th Floramancer Season 2 live stream. That's kind of cool. Let's see here. One more thing I need to do. I noticed that I'm using Streamlabs and I haven't updated or anything for quite a while, and it's looking, I don't know why my mini feed looks the way it does, so I'm just gonna bring up I'm gonna bring up the stuff that I have here. Do my activity feed on a different thing. There we go. So, what are we going to work on today? I'm not 100% sure, but I did want to share with you. If you're looking at my inventory right now, you're probably wondering why in the world I have almost 7 stacks of item frames in my inventory. And if you recall, last week, I believe it was last week, Hubry was in here and I was complaining about the fact that my FPS has just really tanked, and I figured it was just because this is a busy world and we're in endgame and we've got a lot going on. Looked at the profiler and said that's item frames. So when you do Corporea with Botania, you need to use item frames because that's how you tell the Corporea funnels and whatnot what to do, what to look for. And yeah, if you play an older version of Minecraft, you're gonna have some frame rate lag due to a large number of item frames being rendered in the world. So to counteract that, Hubry suggested glass item frames. Now, if you're not familiar with glass item frames, that's what they look like, but when you put something in them, they disappear. They're not rendered. So what I have done is I started with the area of my base that has the most item frames in a condensed area. And that is this farm, which still doesn't have a top floor done yet. I plan on doing it, and I just haven't done it. But I went through all 4, do I have 5 rows? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So all of the other 4 rows and changed them all out to glass item frames. And that is the 7, almost 8 stacks of item frames. Because when you craft a glass item frame, it uses an item frame in its crafting, but it gives you 2. So I was able to see how many item frames. Yeah. So I had a lot of item frames in this area, in this farm, all on its own. And that's going to hopefully help. Is the FPS better now? It certainly is better looking at the farm. When I was looking at the farm before, I was getting single-digit FPS. And now I've got 19, 20 FPS. So to me, that's improved. We'll have to keep an eye on it. I do want to go around and do that with some other areas of my base that have lots of item frames. This has a large amount of item frames because it's got the crafting all gathered together. I'd like to probably switch out my netherwort farm for the glass item frames. The manufacturing hall probably could help with some item frames. As you can see, they render in before the building does. So yeah, just kind of go around swapping out all these item frames with glass ones and just kind of see if it helps. I mean, there's not a ton here, but if there's a multiple crafting thing, you have to remember that hidden behind are funnels. And these funnels have item frames on them. Any idea why they're faster than normal ones? It's because they're not rendered. The problem is the rendering. All the rendering of item frames is what's causing issues. Like all of the rendering of item frames. Using a glass item frame, it doesn't get rendered. It just shows the item. So that's gonna be where that comes in. And that's kind of a known problem. When they first came out, they made vanilla worlds really laggy when people were using them all over their storage units. So they had giant storage rooms with item frames everywhere, and people were wondering why their game chugged when they were in their storage room. So that's known. I just figured it would be something I'd have to deal with. Because in 1.12, it's still kind of an issue. Thankfully, with glass item frames, it won't be much of an issue. It just means switching all of them out. That is all I've done since last week. I was sick yesterday. I was unwell. So yesterday I didn't stream. I didn't do anything. I just laid in bed. That was my life yesterday. I don't have a lot of plans today. Just want to get it, because I'm still dealing with depression. I'm still dealing with kind of a lack of creative inspiration. So any building is kind of off. And yeah, it's kind of that's where I'm at. But I like to keep you guys updated and see if we can't get something done here. Now, I still have a spider eyes issue. I've got under a stack right now. Yeah, here, spider eyes. I have 52. And the only solution would be to get a witch farm going, a witch spawner, to try to boost the spider eyes a bit. Let's see, that was 54 since the last time I checked. Again, we need spider eyes to make fermented spider eyes for... gosh, my mind just went blank. Why do we need fermented spider eyes? Don't we need it for... autumn runes? Well, we're not using a lot of autumn runes. But I think that's what we're using them for. And autumn runes are just used for the Narslimus. Oh, I'll be using them for the Dandelion too, so that's probably a concern. Granted, I'm only doing one Dandelion at a time. I'm not going to have more than one running at a time. So... this is where we've left off in our progress. We're at crafting Rafflowsias, which I think we might get to today. And then we'll need to do some creative planning to figure out what I want my generator to look like. And we're going to need to, in that generator, we're going to need to craft pure daisies and mana stars. And then we can start working towards the Shulk Me Not. Woohoo. We're so close to getting all of them running. Let's give you an update on where we are as far as mana generation advancements, shall we? So for Munch Dews, we're at 41 out of 100. Entropinium, 58 out of 200. This is going pretty slow. We might actually... I didn't want to do more than that because gunpowder, but I think I'm keeping up. We'll keep an eye on that one. Kekimura is 46 out of 100, and Gormorillus 189 out of 200. We might actually get the award for this one either today or early next week. Spectralotus, 64 out of 100. So that's awesome, and we are working towards this one. I did have to turn on the Terra Shatterer charging up try to use some of the mana pools that we had. We're still barely a dent. I believe I recall you need like 900 mana pools to go from S to SS, so that's a while. I also made some Terra Steel. Some is already on our beacon mat, but I did make a little bit more. Kind of wanted to get that. I think I also need some emeralds. Let's do 2 stacks and make those into some blocks as well. All right. Yay. Looking good. I should also work on our Elementium one over here. I haven't been working on that either. I don't have this turned up, so it only makes a stack. So if I grab a stack, it'll make another stack and we can use that, but I don't have it turned up to be making more than a stack at a time. That's okay, right? Hmm. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that's right. I just put this crossbar in the odd spot to confuse me. Uh-huh. Well, let's continue the confusion, shall we? Alright, so as you can see, like all of these could be converted to glass ones, and if I did that throughout my entire base, I would probably see a very noticeable difference in FPS throughout my base. I don't know how much I'm actually going to do. In fact, I should probably tuck all of these, oops, double clicked, all of these item frames that I do have, I should tuck away. I finished eating all of the poisonous potatoes that I was told to eat last time, and I've had some regular fish, cooked fish, but I have these things in here that I need to eat as part of our trying to get all of the food accomplishment. So that is what we're going to be working on for that. I don't want to do item frames right now, so we're going to tuck the glass in here and these couple of item frames. I'm actually really not sure what I'm going to do. I just know that I've spent almost 3 hours replacing item frames in that farm. Well, actually more than, it was 2 hours, because I know I did a full hour run and just was like, okay, done. And I still had like a whole floor left. Insane. Just insane. We have a bunch of randomness in our inventory, guys. These things we need to eat. Oh, I ate dried kelp this morning too. Took care of that one. I don't know if it counts in the advancement since it's part of a mod that adds the backported stuff, but I wrote it on here anyway. So it's up here. Raw fish, cooked fish, dried kelp. I wrote raw fish on there. This is because it's in my inventory. I haven't written clownfish or pufferfish down yet, and we haven't had chorus fruit yet, so there's that as well. All right. Let's check on this. We got a bit of redstone. We've got repeaters and comparators. Hoppers. The potatoes don't need to be in there. Probably should make a few more hovering hourglasses. But otherwise, I think that's this mana glass should go in here if there's room. There isn't room. We've got mana glass in here. We need some more funnels for sure. So let's do that. Funnels are Corporea sparks, which we probably gonna need to make more of those. Let's make this many of those. And droppers, which we have some in here. So that gives us some more funnels. Great. We've got some living wood in here. There's the other potatoes. We need some red string containers. What's the recipe for that? Oops. Chests and red string. Let's grab this one chest that I tucked in here. And do I have any more wood in here? Do I need to fit? I have got wood. How about red string? Oof, we're gonna need more red string. Remind me, red string is... Okay. We should be able to request these things from the network. Alright. There's some red string, and let's make some chests. We need living rock, don't we? Alright. $17. That makes me a little happier. All right. Don't think we have a whole lot of room for that, but let's put that in there anyway. Hey Darkwing, nice to see you. All right, let's go set up the Rafflowsia crafting. I believe we're gonna need to make space in our storage over here for the flour. This is the one I want to use for it. And so, yep, we're gonna need to make space. And I know I did already for this one. I think I added a, yep, I added a drawer controller and some trim. So that I could add another drawer up above it. So we need a drawer controller, guys. I might already have some trim. Whoa. I do. I've got some trim. A drawer controller needs what? Oh, look, observe. I don't think I need observers. It's okay. Just a reminder, you do not have storage drawers in your default game for reasons. I need a drawer. I wonder if I have one already made. And a diamond. Does not look like I have a drawer already made. Oh, I've got more droppers. That's nice. So let's make a drawer. Just making sure one last time. I have this guy. We'll leave it. We'll make a drawer. And we need diamond. Okay. I need stone, don't I? Yep. There. Okay. Off we go. And I believe I moved this pool lower. So we have to do that as well. And it's okay if I lose it because it's a diluted one. There's barely any mana really actually in here. Look at that. Can I get the... I got the spark. We're going to break that out. I'm going to put the drawers in, the trim. I need you. Alright, so now we can do a regular drawer up here to expand what we've got for storage. And let's go underneath and replace the here. Now you're in the same distance as that one. Why are you not receiving any? You're connected. Did this one have a augment on it? It does. Do I have one? I do. Okay. That solves that. Work. Now full. Okay. And we need to connect the hopper hawk to that new location. And we can do that very simply. Break and replace. Now you should be connected. Yep. Great. Good gravy. Alright, I think it's time. Let's put the stuff out here. I need an open crate. And remember, we've done these before, so nothing new. Open crate. And it's gonna go right there. And then a hopper and a dropper. Okay. Oop. On this side is where we're gonna have this set up. And how many things does a Rafflowsia need? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So it needs all 8 of these. And we want to make sure that they're all facing the right way. Let's do that. Now I could put one of the funnels on top of the dropper, but we'd have to put the label on the other side. Or get rid of one of these blocks. I don't really want to do that. Nine. All right, so then we put these in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 8. Let's make sure that one is actually pointing the right way. Yes, so they're all lined up correctly. Then we need funnels and Corporea sparks. I forgot to make more of those. All right. And then we need to do all that connection stuff. Might help if I grab some redstone. Start with up here. Right, then we just need to bring it down. Okay. There we go. Oh, well, that needs to be a repeater. We need repeater, comparator, corporeal crystal cube, comparator there with the crystal cube. That will be configured to the Rafflowsia once we actually have one. Repeater goes there. And does each one of these individually have a timer? I think it does, because it's controlling, that's part of the resource check. So we're going to need to do a sticky piston with that hourglass. And trying to figure out where it will have the room to do this, because we also need the balance, to know how many to craft. This, I think what I might do to help with that is actually move this back so there's a bit more space for that sort of thing. We'll move it by 2. And so we'll put the crystal cube there, and we can put, so the resource check, but not the resource, the count will be right there. So it'll be this fern with a comparator with a redstone right there. And then anywhere on this line we can put the sticky piston counter. I think I'm going to put it here. It's pretty close to this one. I wonder if I'm going to have a problem underneath. Don't think so. I could come from this direction into it. And if I keep it at an angle, it shouldn't interrupt this torch ladder. If it's here, it shouldn't affect that torch ladder. All right. Okay. And then from this, I'd actually be able to put a wall up and close that if I wanted to. And we may do if I get inspired creatively. It may be a thing. Now we need those item frames. So let's head over here. We're going to use glass ones because I would like to eventually switch over to those. And so we're going to grab these. And I had glass, didn't I? Glass. Okay. Let's just make up all of these. There we go. Oh, I could use this too. Great. So that gave us a nice amount. And then, what do we need to make Rafflowsias again? We need to pull those items. We need one of you, you, and then I need space in my inventory. So let's go take care of, let's dump you in there. Well, can't. Q, get rid of you. All right. Pride, pixie dust, and then I just need a water bucket and a seed. All right, so we need to configure the petals because it's 2 purple and 2 green. So this is only 1. There's 2. There's 2. All right, let's go get a seed. It's seeds. And water bucket. Oop. There we go. All right. So if all is configured correctly and I slap a button on here, it should make us a Rafflowsia. It did. There's our first Rafflowsia. So we're going to put it in there to program it. We're going to need to make a drawer over here. So let's go ahead and do that. Do I have? I do. All right. it just needs to be a single one. Because I only got 2 more flowers to craft plus the Dandeliphia, and I'm doing the Dandeliphia on crafting, not in this circle. So this one just needs to be a single drawer. And it could go actually here. Right there. Now, if we put you in there and we need to lock it, here's my key. Now we can take you out because we also need to do that. So now we know this is where, oh, actually, I have it on the open crate for the other ones. So let's do that. And the last thing we need to do up here is get the count set up. I need to make some more ferns, don't I? Oh, I don't have any pots. I need to make pots. Yep. So let's get some pots. Oh, of course, it gave me the clay balls. Does Quark let me? Yep. Okay, good. Turn it into brick. I have plenty of brick in there. I probably won't need any more of that for the rest of the game. All right. There we go. Now we need to set up the resource check underneath. And that'll go over here. And get you and some redstone, and the first thing we need to do is let's get all right. Get some more torches. Great, that's what I wanted to hear there. And put that in with a repeater right there into that block, and then this will be where our check is. And we need to check, we're not doing the petals, but we do need to check pixie dust and the 2 runes, so we need 3. All right. Great. Let's get these set up. I need to make more crystal cubes, don't I? Very soon. Alright. There's the cubes. Oops, I forgot to put those on. Okay, let's configure these to be what we need. So let's go fetch. All right, down we go. And I'm going to put the runes on these longer lines and the pixie dust in the middle here. All right, and then we need to lock these so I don't accidentally change them. So once we do this here, they should all be off. And I need more redstone. There we go. And that means in upstairs we should have the sticky piston extended. That's the goal here. Yep, so now we just need to put timer in there, and since the Rafflowsia, we're probably only going to do maybe 1 or 2 Rafflowsias at a time. I highly doubt we need anything more. Ooh, even these soul sand would probably every 3 minutes is enough time to check. That should be fine. And we're already set to pick it up, right? Yes, so starting in 3 minutes, we should have Rafflowsias being crafted. Let me get this button. I'd like you back. Okay. Great. That feels good. And let's eat this clownfish now. Alright. And then we have, let's do the raw fish next. I'm pretty sure I've eaten a raw fish, but I'm not 100% sure. Where's my green shulker box? Did I leave it down here? Go down. You can go down. Yep, it's floating. Don't lose it. Alright, let's put those in there. Nemo! So we have that done. Let me check that off. Yay. Do I have that written on my big to-do list too? I just have prep, so I don't have it actually all written down. Something else I'd like to do today is stand in the mob farm and get 35 levels so that we can combine our last and our final max tier book. So I'd like to do that. We can do that. Because we just have the one. Let's see if I fit you in there. But I'm gonna put you in there. Yep. We're gonna fill our inventory with stuff because otherwise we'll pick up all the mob drops. Oh, first things first, I need to pick up the flowers that are in here. Apparently one of these is meant to die soon because I have multiples. Oh, where did it go? Is it up here? I could have swore I had this set to not pick these up. Oh, I bet this one did. Okay, let's stand in here and get our XP. Of course, we're picking up stuff that we don't want to pick up. There we go. Get to 35. And I'll be able to check that off. In 1.12 Minecraft, is there a way to do a spider-only spawner? And is that something worthwhile to try to get the spider eyes? No, this won't take very long at all. I'm already at 15. Nice. I don't even think in 1.12 you can do creeper only spawners. I can't remember what version they changed the height of creepers so that was slightly shorter than skeletons and zombies. I don't know. As far as a Rafflesia Generator, are there any really cool designs that you've seen online? My one from season 1 was probably pretty basic. It was just one Rafflesia. And then a Wren and Carpus placing alternating flowers. I wonder if the Rafflesia mechanic runs in a certain order. Like if I were to place alternating flowers in a field, does it go 1, 2, 3, 4? Or does it just randomly pick one? Because in 1.12 we still need to alternate flowers, but we only need to alternate between 2 in order to get the max effect. In 1.16, the Rafflesia can get even better and better and better the more flowers you feed it that are different. And you can feed the Rafflesia all of the generating, all of the crafted Botania flowers if you wanted to. I think they said it was like up to 11 different flowers. I can't remember. I just know you could pick a lot. And here, for our purposes, we're just doing two of the ones that are petals and seeds only that we're not using. And we've got enough pure daisies, we don't need to ever make any more, so might as well use them to feed the Rafflowsia. And the Mana Star, I really haven't found a use for personally, so might as well feed it to the Rafflowsia. It does have a use that some people have used, it's just not something that I have found useful for me in this playthrough. I don't even think I used one in the last playthrough. So yeah, I know we're gaining pretty quickly on this. We are. We only need 9 more pools. Hey, we might get it today. So Darkwing, you're saying it's likely to make a spider-only spawner. I'm just wondering if it's gonna produce. If I'll get a decent amount of spiders. And I don't need all the string. It's the spider eyes. I haven't looked it up on the wiki. I don't know if you're more likely to get spider eyes as player kills. I do know that it's changed in this pack so that you can get them just from non-player kills. But I don't know if it's a higher chance based on what the mod pack has altered the chance. I don't know if it's a higher chance for a player kill. If that's the case, I could set up a Livingwood avatar to kill the spiders and get more spider eyes than what I am currently getting. 2 more levels and then we'll be done standing here. See, if that's the case of what you're saying there with the 3x3x1, I wonder if I can alter this guy. Because I have some floors that are 3 tall to allow for Enderman before we had a spawner. That if I could alter it...